Hey, in this video, I wanted to share with you an interesting new concept. It's it's not AI isn't a new concept, artificial intelligence, but this is quite a newly introduced technology. It's called chatgpt. I believe it was launched in 2022 by OpenAI. So if you just go to openai.com, you'll be able to find it. And chatgpt, at this moment in time, it is actually free to use. So I would recommend you getting on board, because I think sooner or later they're bound to charge for this, and it's quite interesting. The multiple uses that you can adopt with this tech, and it's really quite interesting. And they've got also a Discord group which you can join, which I am now a member of. So I've actually shared a couple of videos on ChatGPT already over the last week. But they're more sort of shorter versions, and they're just sort of, one-to-one videos. But here I wanted to show you something which is a little bit more practical, right? Just sort of the practical use of it, right? ChatGPT, go to OpenAI, just sign up with an account completely free at this moment and just try it out. So, you could even just have a chat with it. Just say, hi, how are you, for example, right? This is just, and this, right, this is AI technology, programmed AI, okay? And this AI allegedly isn't browsing the internet to get the answer. It's just talking back and responding with what it knows, okay? Which is quite smart, right? And then it tells you this, blah, 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 specific you'd like to discuss. So you can ask any question, tell me about Christmas. Just an example, right? And I would just really say Christmas, and just type it out. I would tell you, about Christmas. What was the history, and how did it start? What date? All that stuff, and then it just keeps going, right? You can ask it pretty much any question, or most questions, and it will be able to answer it. And it's not browsing the internet to answer that question. It is just answering it with what it knows, right? Is an AI, so. Some of the functions, right? One of the functions that I think you could use this is like auto response. So let's say you run a business, you can somehow incorporate this, right? Whatever the customer asks you, just let this answer, boom, it will just answer your customers in a really good way, which is fantastic. Another thing is, let's say you're a teacher and you teach languages, right? And you want to teach kids story, right? For example, let's just say, right, I was born in China, I was raised in Scotland, so let's just say, I want to teach Chinese, right? So I can do, please write a 50-word story in Chinese for children, right? And let's see what happens, right? I'm just going to type that in. There we go. Right, so it's just creating a story now, right? But based on what I'm asking it to do. So right now it's going to create a story for children in Chinese. That's about 50 words long. Okay, and that's it. It's coming out now. So basically here, right? So that basically says 小狗非常喜欢散步. So like a dog really likes to walk. 它和主人一起走在漂亮的花园里. So with the dog is walking with his owner in a beautiful garden, and then boom, 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 and all this stuff. This is literally a story now, which is for kids. That's 50 words long. Okay, and you can literally ask it anything, right? Right, so I'm going to say this, right? Let's say you teach Spanish, right? Please write, show me 50 useful Spanish words, right? Just type that and see what comes up. Here are 50 useful Spanish words: el perro, la casa, el sol, right? La luna, el agua, el fuego, el libro, la mesa, el cia, so it's, la escuela. So it's going to show you 50 words that's useful in Spanish, right? And it will just come up with it, like useful words. And it's just, it's quite smart. So if you're a teacher teaching different languages, you can adopt that in your language. Or, just think about the ways that you could, you could use this. You could teach as a teacher, you could use this as a business running an autoresponder. This is going to be really good. Really useful, and I think it's quite smart. It's quite clever. It's still typing it out. Whatever it is. What is? Tell me. Well, actually, I might not be able to do this because don't forget it doesn't browse the internet. So tell me recent news in France, right? I wonder if it can do that, because it doesn't actually browse the internet. See what I mean? I'm sorry, but I am unable to browse the web or access current news. My knowledge is based on information that was available to me at the time of my training, which ended in 2021, right? So basically, it's not browsing the internet, it's not browsing Google, and it's not coming up with stuff that's checking at the moment. It's literally live thinking, like an AI that's clever, that's been programmed and putting out this kind of information, right? So if you're actually asking for recent news in a place, it's not going to be able to tell you, but it's going to be able to tell you other things. It's going to be able to talk to you, how old are you, or whatever, you ask that. It's going to be able to ask a computer program, I don't have a physical body, blah, blah, it's going to tell you all that. So it is really quite clever. So just an example, write a short story, 30 words in French, right? Just to finish off, right? So that's great. La chagrie était assis sur la toile de la maison, and so on, right? So it's pretty clever. It's pretty neat. And you should try it out, check it out. And there's probably other applications to it as well. I only found out about this like a week ago, so I'm still exploring. But look, like examples, capabilities, remembers what users said. It even tells you, right, limitations, what the limitations are, what the capabilities are, and examples, right? How do I make requests in JavaScript? Got any creative ideas for 10-year birthday? Look, that could be good. Ask that. Let's just ask it that. Let's say you have a birthday, like one of your kids or a friend's kids have a birthday, right? Come up with 10 great ideas. Boom, and it's going to, creative ideas, not 10 creative ideas, just any creative ideas for 10-year-olds. And it's going to come up with ideas. So think about it, play around with it. I think it's quite fun, quite interesting, quite useful. And it's getting quite a bit of hype at this moment in time, understandably. Try it out. So that's ChatGPT by OpenAI. Thanks, guys.